One. Welcome, everybody, to the Brandon and Ryan Hour. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Ryan.
It's Thursday. And on Thursdays, we talk about an interesting
TV
TV shows that
shows.
we watch.
Yep, you nailed it. Good job.
What are we talking about this time, Ryan?
So, we are talking about episodes 1 and 2 of Outer Range, which is a TV series from 2022. Starring Josh Brolin.
Yep. Nailed it.
So when we do these reviews, we do talk about these as if you've watched the TV show, which means we're getting into the nitty gritty of what happened. So if you don't want to know what happened, then pause it, go watch the episodes, come back, and then watch this review.
Because we don't care about spoilers.
Yep.
We're going to ruin the whole show for you. But if you haven't, it came out a year ago. I didn't know it came out a year ago. I thought it was relative. I thought it came out this year. Popped up on the thing. I was like, ooh, that's new. Let's watch that. Guess it's not new, though.
I mean, it's still relatively new. They haven't released a second season yet, so it's new-ish.
Yeah. May not even require a second season if they wrapped it up.
I mean, yeah, if they wrapped it up, then it would be fine.
Could be more of a mini series than an ongoing show.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or it could have got canceled because nobody liked it.
That's true as well.
So what did you think about the first couple episodes?
I mean, I enjoyed episode 1. Episode 1 was really good. Although the opening and ending monologue really irritated me.
The monologue?
Uh-huh. Because at both the beginning and the ending, they give the monologue and the story about Kronos, and they call him a Greek god. He was not, in fact, a god. He was a titan. And it really irritates me that they called him a god twice.
Oh, yeah. I did. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Kronos, not a god.
Yep, he was a titan.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know what all that was about. I guess we'll find out.
I guess we will find out.
I don't know.
One would hope so. Yeah, first episode I'd give on a TV scale, I'd give it a solid 7.5. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Why are you looking so confused?
Fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay.
It was engaging, intriguing. The acting was good.
Wouldn't say there was any fun to be had, though.
I had fun watching it and consuming the media.
You're a weirdo.
Why do you consume media if it's not to get entertainment out of it?
Not all entertainment is fun.
Okay. Whatever you say. I enjoyed it. I had fun watching the first episode. So I'd give it a solid 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, acting was good. The story was intriguing. Didn't give everything away in the first episode, which was nice. Has a lot of mystery vibes to it.
What a mystery. Yeah, I'm digging the cowboy sci-fi mystery thing going on.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty interesting. And there's a lot of like the first episode, like the hole in the ground.
Right.
You're like, is that a real hole in the ground or is that a hole in his head?
Well, I assumed it was a real hole in the ground, but he doesn't seem to be scared of it. Like if I just walked out and there was a giant hole in the middle of nowhere, I'd be a lot more concerned than he was, which kind of
Right.
makes me think that he's seen this before and he knows what it is.
Yeah, and he's got the whole backstory of where he came. He just showed up on the ranch
Yeah,
as a child and has no memory of his childhood.
right.
Same thing with that lady that was trespassing,
Yeah,
hiking
I
through.
mean, she wasn't trespassing.
And
She asked to stay, and he said yes.
yeah,
But yeah, what her name is
weird.
Autumn, and yeah, she's weird, and I'm not really liking her character so far
Why don't you like her character?
because she's weird, and I don't know. I don't see the point to her character. Maybe they'll flesh it out later on in the show.
I mean,
But,
she did push him in the hole.
right at the end of the episode, but we don't know why.
Right. Exactly.
So,
But if she wasn't there to push him in the hole, he wouldn't have gone in the hole.
I mean, he stuck his hand in the hole earlier.
He didn't jump in. There's a difference between sticking your hand in some weird hole and jumping in when it looks like a bottomless abyss.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like when he sticks his hand in the hole, it obviously has to do something with time because he sees a vision of the future when he gets back home.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Yeah, he saw later on that afternoon. Let's see. What? Yeah, so there was the weird sound. In the first episode, the noise
mm-hmm.
was important, but then after episode 2, it was gone. It was, well, I don't know if it was gone. I don't remember hearing it.
I don't remember
But
hearing it.
they didn't talk about it.
Right. Yeah.
And-
So at first he hears the noise at the very beginning, and then they make it seem like he's lost 2 hours because he gets back and he's like, "I'm going to go feed the horses," and they're like, "We're leaving for church in like 5 minutes. Make it fast." And he said, "It's only like 8 o'clock," and they're like, "No, it's 10." So, which could be connected to the hole somehow.
Or it could be old and forgetting how time works.
Right.
So, yeah. So they got 2 kids and a
2
granddaughter.
adult children, right?
And the daughter-in-law has gone missing.
Yeah, she's
They
been
don't know
missing
where.
what, like 9 months?
Something like that. I mean, she could have gone down the hole, but we don't know how long the hole's been there.
We don't know how long. Yep. I was just saying that, but way to beat me to it. Good job.
So we don't know what's up with that. And then the one brother decides to go and beat to death a neighboring rancher's kid.
I don't think that was his intention. I don't think that's what he decided to do. Like they were at a bar.
To beat the crap out of him.
Correct. Because the guy popped off about his wife that disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
They'd both been drinking. What do you mean?
They weren't drunk.
Yes, they were. For sure, the brother that killed the guy was drunk. Like he walked outside because he needed to throw up because he had drunk so much. He was gone. I mean, obviously not enough to where he couldn't fight, but he was definitely inebriated.
Yeah, I would say he was.
Okay.
He had been drinking. I wouldn't say he was drunk.
He walked outside to throw up because he had drunk so much.
Is that why he went to throw up?
Yes. Did you watch the same show as I did?
Yeah. But people can say something and mean and have a different meaning.
Why else would he be throwing
Also
up?
lying.
So he throws up when he lies?
No. It's not like that stupid movie.
Why else would he need to go throw up then?
He could have just been saying that to go get some air.
No, but he did go outside and threw up.
I don't remember. But I'm just
He
saying.
threw up on the guy's shoes, which is why they started arguing in the first place.
I don't know. I don't remember. He wasn't that drunk, though.
Yes, he was.
What I'm saying.
He wasn't drunk enough not to be able to fight, but he was drunk.
Vomiting doesn't mean you're drunk. He didn't act like he was drunk. He was speaking fine. His motor skills were working properly, and he beat a man to death.
Okay.
He wasn't drunk.
I
He might
disagree
have
with
had
you,
some
but okay.
beers at the bar, but he was not wasted.
I disagree with you, but okay.
Been around a lot of drunk people there, Ryan?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You ever get beat to death by any of them?
I have not.
Anyway. I don't remember what the voiceover was at the end of the first episode, but at the beginning it kind of like built some kind of suspense. I don't know if it really is gonna. I don't know if it really
was the
meant
exact
anything
same.
long-term.
It was the exact same quote as the first voiceover in the very beginning,
Okay.
just by a different person.
Okay. Just didn't make sense, I guess. Maybe it'll make sense later. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, so
Whatever.
two brothers go to the bar, get in a bar fight. The older brother ends up beating that guy to death. And then instead of calling the cops or doing anything there, they take the body back to their ranch, which makes a whole lot of sense.
I didn't understand that whole sequence. Why would you take the body? You just got into a fight.
Well, they said that they were going to take him back to his ranch, which is neighboring theirs.
Yeah, I know.
To drop the body off, but then they didn't for some reason.
Because he died?
Maybe. I don't know.
They were like, are we going to drive 3 hours to the hospital or are we going to take him home?
Yeah.
The one brother was like, I don't care what we're doing, just tell me. Are we ditching a body or are we taking him to the hospital?
Right. Yeah, so they get there. Dad finds out, Josh Brolin's character, the dad, finds out that they killed the guy. And he's like, oh, we need to cover it up. I'll go dispose of the body in this giant hole that I found.
Yeah. I mean, I like the way it was stupid.
You like the way that it was stupid?
No, I mean, the whole thing was stupid, but I like the way he took charge and was just doing things. He wasn't like asking a million questions about, oh no, what did you do? Oh, clearly you've killed this guy who's our neighbor's son, whom y'all have known your whole lives, and so have I.
Yeah.
Let's clean this crap up. Don't tell your mom, okay?
Yeah, he's just a take charge kind of dad.
But then that guy's brothers show up, and they're like being weird. Like, we know you have our brother. Like, that whole thing didn't make any sense. And to me, like, why they acted like that.
Well, I think they figured they'd been in a fight because when the younger of the two Abbott boys walked by their table and knocked on it, it was after he'd gotten in a fight with the guy, and he knocked and he left a bloody knuckle print on their table as he walked by.
Okay, I don't know he left a print, but I know he saw their knuckles. His knuckles.
Yeah. So when the younger brother was walked by, he knocked on their table and said hi. And when the camera pans away, there's like two or three drops of blood on the table where he knocked.
That doesn't mean...
Right. That doesn't mean that they kidnapped
They jumped to a lot of conclusions.
Correct.
Real quick, and then we're freaking out when they got to his house about looking in the barn.
Right.
They've got a 5,000 acre ranch, Let me look in your barn. We know you got our brother.
Yeah, because for whatever reason they assumed that the younger brother got in a fight. Right.
What are you talking about?
And they find horse droppings, and they're like, "Ooh, somebody's out riding
He
because
picked them
the
up.
horse took a crap right here."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh no, these are fresh. I can tell by the way it feels and smells."
Yeah,
I mean, if it was
that guy
warm,
is really weird as well.
yeah, they're ranchers. They do weird things.
Right, but that character, whatever his name is, seems to be a little slower than the other people around.
I don't know.
A little
And that
more
didn't even make
mentally
sense anyway,
deficient.
because they don't even use horses on their ranch. They're out riding around four-wheelers, so it's not like they're messing with horses all the time.
Yeah.
So that didn't make any sense. It's just a stupid thing to put in the show, though. It's kind of gross. Oh, here's some horse crap.
Yeah.
Let me just. Oh, yep. No, who's riding? Somebody's out riding. Then they got the four-wheeler that they just happen to have in the back of the truck.
Yep.
Knock down their gate and go riding through their pasture.
Yep.
Of this
massive ranch. Yeah.
Massive ranch. We're talking hundreds of square miles. We're not talking a little bitty ranch. Because they were trying to take like 100 square miles of their ranch, right?
I think it was more than that. It was closer to 200 they were trying to take.
Oh, yeah. It was 200 square miles. Like, that's a lot of freaking land.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like they were like, oh, no, we're not going to have any land left. They're like, man, you're taking a piece of our land?
Right. And
you're taking our
from what it seems
pasture?
like, that's where the hole is, which is why Josh Brolin's character is so open arms. No, you can't have this land. Seems like he's trying to protect that hole.
But, yeah. Well, I mean, not just the hole. He also doesn't want to lose 200 acres or 200 square miles.
Yeah.
But, like, was it 200 acres?
I want to say it was.
I don't remember now what the amount of land was. But 200 acres isn't much when you have a massive ranch in Wyoming.
Right.
Because I was thinking it was more than that.
Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. And then the mom got involved.
Right. The mom figures out what's going on.
Yeah, she didn't even ask no question. Like, she just starts in on them two about going home. Your brother's just drunk somewhere and being stupid.
Yeah.
And then they finally were like, okay, we'll go home. Yeah, the autumn chick, I don't know. When she shows up, you're like, all right, what are you here for?
Right. Just shows up at the beginning. Hey, I wanted to camp out on your land.
Yeah. So, okay, so Josh Brolin throws the kid in the hole, the dead kid in the giant hole in the ground. And then
there's a flashlight that lights up on his face as he turns around.
Yeah.
Surprise, it's the hippie chick, Autumn.
Yeah. I guess the good thing about that is, even if somebody saw him, they can't prove it.
Yeah. Because there's no body. No body, no crime.
Yeah. And no motive. So.
Right.
But then she pushes him in the hole.
Then she just shoves him in the hole for no reason.
And then you're like, okay, this isn't a death hole. Because it's Josh Brolin. He can't die in the first episode.
Yeah, so they definitely ended the first episode on a cliffhanger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But then he shows right back up at the beginning of the second episode.
Yeah. The next morning, he's back just laying on the ground.
Yeah. with a hole in his leg.
Yeah, with a gunshot in his leg.
Yeah.
And I love how he just went home, and as soon as he walked in, his wife and his 2 adult sons are sitting there just staring at him. He's like, "I'm gonna go get a shirt." Like, doesn't tell him anything. Just I need a new shirt.
Yeah. Back was all scratched up when he caught the barbed wire.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay,
So episode 2, didn't like this one as much. It was still good. Or a
Yeah.
few more things that annoyed me.
Okay.
But
And
still
you start
wasn't-
learning more about kind of what's going on,
Yeah.
about how they're stealing the land, or how they're guys trying to steal their land. What annoyed you? You seem annoyed.
I was trying to give my initial thoughts on the second episode. First episode I gave a 7.5, and I haven't been able to give a score on the second episode.
I didn't give a score on either episode.
Okay. How much would you give on the first episode?
I don't know. 7.3.
Okay.
I said.
Yeah, so second episode, I think I'd give it like a 6.
That low?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I don't know. Got annoyed by the whole sheriff situation. Because you can't have
The sheriff?
a TV show without making some character gay or
The sheriff.
whatever.
Oh, the lesbian Indian lady?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Like in the first episode, she's just a sheriff's deputy or sheriff, whatever.
Acting sheriff.
And she's fine. Like no indications of anything. Just does her job. And you're like, okay, great. Interesting character so far. And the second episode, they're like, oh, look, she's gay. Because we can't make a TV show now without including a gay character.
Yeah, it was annoying and didn't need to happen. Because who freaking cares?
Yeah.
And the only reason they brought it up was because what are their names?
The Tillersons?
Tillersons. Yeah, the Tillersons trying to like
Pressure her into doing something to
about
investigate
their brother.
when they don't have anything to investigate. Yep.
Yeah, and talking about her campaign because she's only the acting sheriff and the election's coming up and
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
And yeah, and she's willing to start down the road of corruption to get a good endorsement for a campaign from them.
I mean, maybe.
Like that's the start. Somebody says, "Hey, I want you to do something for me." And don't forget, I can help you with this. That's how you end up being corrupt.
No, just because they say it doesn't mean you are corrupt.
Right, but she started doing stuff that was outside of the bounds of what she was.
She said she was going to look into it.
Not at first. She said there's nothing for us to investigate.
Right. But then she said, like, I'm just playing devil's advocate here, right? He says this stupid nonsense. And she's like, all right, I'll look into it. Doesn't mean she's going to.
But she takes the belt buckle that he just gave her, that she has no idea where it came from.
Right. Now she has all the evidence.
Yeah, but she doesn't know where it came from, so that evidence is technically useless.
Right. Exactly. She knows this. She's the cop. She already said that.
Right, but yet she's still going to take it and run with it?
You don't know if she's going to run with it. Okay. All you know is that she is, at this point...
headed down the road to corruption, yes.
No, you don't know that.
Okay.
At this point, she could go either way. At this point, she could just be appeasing him to get him to shut up so she can leave. And if she takes the belt buckle, then he can't be flashing it around to other people saying, hey, she's not looking into my brother's death. I have a bloody belt buckle. Right now, he has no evidence. She's the only one with evidence.
Okay.
And it seemed like she liked the Abbotts more than she liked them.
All right.
And yeah, I don't know. And all she has to do is what? The election was in a couple of weeks. All she has to do is string him along for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
I
I
mean,
guess I can see your
really.
point, but
I mean, that's just where I'm coming from.
I can see your point, but I feel like they're setting her up for to do extra stuff for them later on.
Maybe. I don't know. It could be. But based on what we've seen so far, she hasn't actually done anything corrupt. Because he hasn't given her anything
Okay.
except empty promises. Because he's not in charge of the money. His
That's fair.
dad is. But anyway. What happened? I mean, it didn't seem like a whole lot happened in this one. They were just kind of like piecing things together.
Yeah, just dealing with the
Um,
aftermath of the first episode,
yeah,
basically.
and like Autumn is like, I don't know. She got her crystals and her rocks and stuff, and then he's
Yeah.
trying to figure out if she's like from some company, like trying to get mineral rights or take over his land or something like that. Maybe there's oil or precious
Yeah.
metals or something. So she's trying to figure that out because she's got all those rocks in her tent.
Yeah, and then he also asks her, "Have you ever been involved with a cult?" And she just flat out says, "Yes, yes, I have."
She looks like somebody who's been involved in a cult. I
Right.
mean, um, what else? And then she's like going around the ranch, and she's like, everywhere I go, I see this symbol. It's
Yeah,
a
when she's talking to the granddaughter.
yeah, but it's just an A without the line.
Mm-hmm.
It's a two-sided pyramid or triangle, right?
Yep.
And it's their property, and that's their what do you call it?
Family brand.
Yeah, it's
I
their
think is
brand.
what the yeah.
So it would be everywhere. Like, I don't
Okay.
know. If you have a brand, you're gonna brand your stuff. Put your brand everywhere.
Yeah, but it was also on the side of a cliff as well. So it's not like they branded the side of the cliff.
If you had a family brand and 5,000 acres, and you think you'd ever climb a rock and put your brand on it?
Right. It wasn't like it was a small brand though. It was like a giant thing on the side of a cliff face.
Right, exactly. If you're gonna climb a rock and deface a rock with your family brand, you're gonna do it big. Go,
Okay.
go. I mean, it's just common sense stuff. I don't know. It
Yeah.
didn't seem. It wasn't like a mystical. It wasn't like
Right.
a rock shaped in the brand, right? These are all like practical things that could be placed around. It wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the granddaughter goes home to have dinner with everybody, and she's like, "Hey, talked to some hippie chick."
Yeah.
And Josh Brolin's character didn't tell his wife at all what was going on. Didn't say, "Hey, some lady asked to stay on the ranch, and I let her stay in this area." Just
Yeah.
wife was like, "Wait, what? Who's on our land?"
It seemed like they didn't tell each other about a lot of stuff, though.
Yeah,
They
that's
just
fair.
did things. Yeah, and then he got all mad about it, and that's when he went and interrogated her or whatever.
Yeah, and
Um,
all that prayer
that
that
was
he
annoying.
did when he when he was saying grace over the food. I don't know.
Well, he didn't say he wanted to say grace. He said, "I want to pray."
Right, he said I wanted to pray for the food. Like he
Right.
said he wanted to pray over the meal, and then didn't, and just started
I don't. Okay.
just
I don't
started
know if that's what he said, but okay.
yelling about a great void. Yeah. But yeah, Josh Brolin is a really good actor.
Oh yeah, for sure. Whoops.
Whoops.
Anyway, I was clicking buttons. Yeah, he's a good actor. the prayer was annoying. And they were all like, what is happening right now?
Yep.
At the end of the episode, we get to see what happened when he went in the hole. And yeah, when he came out, he was like, because he got shot in the leg, and then he
Right.
said that one of the brothers got a lucky shot off, and I was like, I don't remember them shooting a gun.
I don't remember. Right.
But then we get to see what happened when he went in the hole.
Yeah, so he went in the hole and ends up, what, 2 years in the
2
future?
years in the future.
And sees his wife, and she's like, hey, you died 2 years ago. I held you as you died.
Yeah.
And
but all the other stuff going on around the hole.
Yeah.
The giant clock, countdown clock.
Right.
That was
and
weird.
There's oil rigs going in the background that he sees, and some company name or logo that they showed as well.
Oh yeah, I forget what it was now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was weird and interesting. So the whole, but then she just like run.
Right. And then he gets shot by one of the whatever brother of the Tillersons, whichever son that was.
It was weird that the whole town was there. Unless they knew it was going to happen.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, because the wife was there. That one Tillerson son was there.
Both of them.
Both of them were?
Both of them were.
I thought I just saw one of them.
The sheriff was there.
Sheriff was there.
A couple other people from the town.
Yeah.
That you recognize. But I'm pretty sure it was like, because there's a lot of people dressed in civilian clothes. I'm assuming it was the people from the town.
Yeah.
And then you have all the people dressed, in uniforms.
Yeah, she tells him to run, and he just jumps back inside the hole.
Yeah, I guess, but they don't. Do they show him jump back in the hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
That part, he gets shot in the leg as he's turning around, and then he just jumps back in. What? Why are you trying to talk when I'm talking?
I was talking.
What were you saying?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing him jump back into the hole. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, there's just a bunch of people in plain clothes staring at him, and then there's people in like orange jumpsuits and blue jumpsuits and white jumpsuits.
Mm-hmm.
And some military guys. Yeah, the countdown clock flashing in the back, lights and oil derricks everywhere. He's not a good shot.
Yep.
What the heck was the name? I'm trying to see the name now. I don't see the name.
Okay. I'm not sure that it really matters right now, so.
Oh, it was. Oh, there it was. Can you not, Cat? Can you not get out of here? Can you get out of here? Say hi.
Anyway.
So, yeah, that was interesting. And it clearly, well, we don't know about clearly, because it still could be a hallucination.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the whole thing is just weird with the derricks and
yeah.
BY9, is that what it's called?
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, now we know why he's asking, or why he asked Autumn, do you have any interest in oil?
Mm-hmm. I don't know about the cult thing.
Yeah, still don't know about the cult thing.
But then there's the thing, like he's like looking for this picture in the barn or whatever, and then she comes in and talks to him.
Yeah.
And then she said she started remembering.
Yeah, she hadn't remembered her
things.
life before she was 9 until she got back on the or got on the ranch.
Yeah, I
Not
got to the
back on.
ranch.
Got
Yeah,
on the ranch. Yeah.
right. So super strange. Yeah, but I agree. The second episode wasn't as good as the first. Just not. I don't know. It's just a story building episode, trying to
Right.
get you information.
I mean, it's still a solid episode. It's not like it was a bad episode.
No,
It
what a
just
bad
wasn't as
episode,
good.
right? So all we know so far is that if you jump in the hole, you go 2 years in the future.
Do we know that it's every time 2 years in the future?
Well, when he jumped back into the hole, he went 2 years in the past.
Uh-huh.
So,
But when he stuck his hand in the hole, he got a vision of like what, 2-3 hours in the future?
right. That's, if it's a time portal hole,
Right.
it could be.
But is it always linked to one specific time? Like, is it always just 2 years in the future, or could it be 20 years in the past one time?
That's unlikely.
Okay.
It's either being controlled by something. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're talking about Kronos.
Maybe. Who's a
Or
Titan? Uh-huh.
or it could all be a psychological thing, and
Yeah.
he's just
Just
high off his gourd,
right. That could be true.
out of his mind. And yeah. But there was also the thing with the older Tillerson guy, right?
Yeah.
He heard the sound, and then he called them and said something on the phone. I don't remember it right now, but then that's when it seemed like he was trying to take their land.
Yeah.
Because he
And I
knew.
really like that actor as well. Like, he's really good.
Oh yeah, I like that guy. He's a good actor. Oh shoot, what's his name? Will Patton.
Will Patton.
Yeah. He's in a lot of good stuff that I like. Armageddon.
Mm-hmm. He was in the Thomas Jane Punisher.
Yep.
He was also in Remember the Titans.
Yep.
Gone in 60 Seconds. Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Been a lot of stuff. There was another one, Armageddon. I said that.
You did say
Postman.
that.
Huh?
You did say that already.
There was something else. I was trying to remember him from. I don't know. So far, it's an interesting show. We'll see what happens.
I mean, they've got some good, solid actors in it. First episode set up really well.
First episode really did. It did a good job of setting up the story and the characters. I don't know how much I don't know. I could have. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either because you're not using full sentences.
The death thing just seemed unnecessary, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, who knows? It could be used to drive the story.
I guess. Because we know it's affecting Royal and Autumn.
Uh-huh.
But it's also affecting the others in some way because of the stupid buffalo.
Yeah, I don't understand the buffalo thing. I don't
buffalo
get it.
That shows up that's got arrows in its side.
Yeah.
It's weird. And they've seen it.
Right, his two sons saw it. Yeah.
Royal saw the buffalo. Autumn saw the buffalo.
Uh-huh.
Buffalo gets around.
Yeah. I don't understand the point of the buffalo at all, though.
Yeah. The only thing that I can think from the buffalo is that the buffalo is from the past.
Okay.
Because nobody's out there shooting buffalo with arrows anymore.
With arrows, right?
But it's just weird. Like, what's up with the buffalo?
I don't know.
Is the buffalo controlling the portal?
Maybe. Maybe
And
it's a
what
magic
happened
buffalo.
to the daughter-in-law, right?
Yeah, we have no idea what happened to her.
Did she fall in the hole?
Maybe. Did she just leave? Maybe.
Maybe.
Who
Did
knows?
one of the Tillersons kill her?
Maybe.
Maybe. I like the story that Abbott told about the Will's character.
Oh, yeah.
When the guy got gored by the bull, and he was like, "Well, he's gonna die, even if we get him off the bull." So
Everybody just go back to work.
everybody go back to work. And then he said that the guy was on the bull for an hour.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Like he said they could have killed the bull and gotten him off. Or
But he still would have
just
died
leave him. Right.
because they're in the middle
Or-
of nowhere.
Right.
Or not kill the bull because the bull was valuable. What would you have done?
I mean, I probably would have shot the bull and tried to save the guy, even though it would have been unlikely. I think a human life is more valuable, and trying to save a human life is more valuable than trying to keep your bull.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if you're gored through the sternum,
Right.
by a
I mean,
bull.
the guy may have died anyway, but at least you know you tried something, tried to save him, even if it's unlikely.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, he should have been on the hook for a lot of money anyway. I mean, his ranch seemed much more. I mean, his ranch was way more wealthy than Royal's ranch for some reason. We
Yep.
don't know why,
We have no idea why.
but we know that guy's way more important. Seems like he's more important around there. Like
He's more influential.
influential. That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
And his whole thing about the paintings.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yep.
Like I've got paintings that would like
erotic paintings that would make you sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I don't want to go in that room. Can you? He's like, and then he kept looking for the right painting.
Yeah.
What was his conclusion?
His conclusion was it's not what he could see, but what he couldn't see that really excited him.
Yeah. That's right.
So he was looking at these erotic paintings trying to get excited and realized, no, it's what I don't see. That's more fascinating to me.
Super weird.
Yeah.
Really weird stuff. He seemed
like he's obviously sick. And
yeah,
he's obviously sick and maybe a little crazy.
Yeah, because when he called in the first episode, she was like he was spouting nonsense again.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so he's done this before. And then he goes over there and then he's talking about erotic paintings, how they like gonna make you throw up because they're so disgusting.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and then I figured out it wasn't even about the paintings. Like, and also give me your land.
Yep.
And I want this specific piece of land. Maybe he's been in the hole. How long has the hole been there? That's the thing. How long has that hole been?
We don't know.
Because Royal is what? If Royal is like 60 years old in the show, he's been on the property since he was a teenager.
I think they said it since he was 9.
Whatever. I couldn't remember.
So,
He's
51
been on
years.
the property for 50-something years.
Yeah.
Never seen this giant hole in the ground. But if the other guy had seen it and been in it, why did he wait so long to take? Maybe the hole goes away and comes back.
Maybe it moves. Maybe it, who knows?
Well, not moves, but
disappears and reappears.
Yeah.
Maybe
every 50 years, the hole shows up for a week and then destroys. Messes with people's minds.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll find out. It's interesting. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
What, we got 9 episodes?
I think it's 8.
Yeah. Why did that say 9? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, 8 episodes.
All right.
Anything else you remember that happened interesting in the show?
Nope. No, I mean, my overall thoughts is first episode was a good setup. Second one, not quite as good, but still, I'm interested and I want to know what happens next.
Yeah.
And if you guys wanted to know what happens next, make sure to go watch it and then come back here next week, next Thursday, where we cover episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah. Do that. That'd be cool.
Yep, it would be cool. It would also be cool if you guys hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave comments down below.
Yeah. That'd be cool too. You can also leave us suggestions on what we should watch after Outer Range. And on Mondays, we do movie reviews. So you can leave us comments and watch those and leave us suggestions for that. And with that, we will see you guys next time.